Voter registration is coming up. Find out how this small card can make a difference. The voter registration deadline is drawing near, something not many students are aware of. A sense of urgency.
If you're not registered, you cannot participate in the election.
A desire for change.
To speak out, I think the issues that may be important to one person or one community.
And the opportunity to be heard.
One vote can make a difference.
Are some of the main points the Advocacy Alliance Center of Texas works effortlessly towards educating local residents about.
During presidential elections, 4 out of every 10 people come out to vote here in the Valley. That's still below the state average. Before you can go out and vote, you do have to be registered. So it's the very first step in going out to vote. Once we start participating at higher rates here in this area, we get more people to come out to vote, it's more attention and more resources and funding that we receive in this area as well.
I feel very patriotic when I vote, and I feel it's very important. I feel it's a very important issue amongst the youth because statistically the youth 28-40 age, I think so, are the least likely to vote.
Well, elections are around the corner, so don't forget to register by February 1st. For UTRGV TV, I am Patty Nahosa.
2 new restaurants made their debut on the Brownsville campus but seem to be sparking concern for the students. The Sub Connection and the Grill opened earlier this month, offering more options for students on campus. But students are saying the prices are a bit steep for campus cuisine.
Only had the grid, and the grid really doesn't provide as many options as the grill does. But no, only because I feel like the prices are a little bit expensive.
Costs range anywhere from $3 to $8, and as of now, there are no immediate plans to make adjustment to pricing. The 34th Annual All-America City 10K Run and Walk is just around the corner. Atalia Lara has the details.
34th Annual All-America City 10K Run Walk and Fun Run will take place Saturday, February 6th in Edinburgh, Texas. Race founder David Chavana began this tradition to spread fitness and wellness.
We started this 34 years ago. The purpose was to get families going, families fit. Nobody had ever had a 10K like this in the Valley before, and we like to say it's a family fitness day. It was basically for the families to come out and be part of this event.
Throughout the years, the race has gone through many changes, not only in the amount of participants, but also in the safety of the race.
Oh yes, the difference in the way we get results. Now we use numbers with codes and across the finish line. Back then we gave out little index cards so you put your name and age, and they were all sweaty and everything. The other thing is the law enforcement along the way, the fire department, the city PD, the way they get the whole area, make sure no safety issues.
Every year, David Chavana struggles to participate, but he never gives up.
Every year it's a battle for me to participate or to direct, but eventually I end up running it because it's part of me. It's something I want to continue until I'm 63 years old now. Maybe I'll continue this until I'm 70 years old.
To register and for more information, go to iaapweb.com/Edinburgh. For UTRGV TV, I am Atalia Lara.
A new year, a new controversy. The recent issues in Hollywood are making waves across the country, with some critics saying that the industry is lacking in diversity. Our reporter Steve Cavazos explains how UTRGV is tackling Hollywood's latest issue.
The latest controversy surrounding the lack of diversity in Hollywood has people across the country talking. The heated debate has even Republican frontrunner Donald Trump calling it a, quote, sad situation. But exactly how are students right here at UTRGV talking about the issue of diversity on their campus?
Have we now come to a new time and place where we recognize that we can no longer beg for the love, acknowledgement, or respect of any group?
If you haven't seen it yet, actress Jada Pinkett Smith, known for her roles in blockbuster films like The Matrix, released a video that went viral, declaring she would not be attending this year's Oscars due to the lack of diversity among nominees.
Begging for acknowledgement or even asking diminishes dignity and diminishes power. And we are a dignified people, and we are powerful, and let's not forget it.
The hashtag OscarsSoWhite, created by a social media user, blew up instantly with over 8,000 posts on Instagram and countless posts on Twitter, with many saying they won't be tuning into the coveted award show this year.
I mean, as a viewer, that's what we can do, not watch it, because that's how they benefit because of us, that we watch it, we give it rating and views and whatever. And for us to stand back and say we're not going to watch it because we don't support that, I think it is, in our position, the best thing that we could do.
The lack of diversity has been plaguing Hollywood for many years now, but global companies such as AT&T and MasterCard are leading the way in diversity amongst their employees. Now that leaves us to wonder exactly how diverse is the student body right here at UTRGV. According to campus statistics, the student body is more diverse than most would think, with over 1,000 students from 67 different countries attending school here. And Samantha Lopez with the Office of Global Engagement says programs are designed to help international students acclimate to campus life here in the Valley.
Once the student gets here, then we do have international student orientation, and it's a program designed for them to be successful while they're in school. So we bring speakers from advising, academic expectations, counseling, medical services, anything that they might need while they're here.
Engaging with students from different backgrounds is something Dr. Douglas Stoves with Student Rights and Responsibilities says is good for campus morale.
It's always good to see a multitude of perspectives and to interact with people who are different than you. Especially if we look at what our mission is. Our mission is, helping to prepare people for the future in a global society, and so being in a diverse population allows that to happen.
Engaging with students from different backgrounds is something Lopez and the staff at the Office of Global Engagement say is a mutual benefit for all cultures.
This would be a great opportunity for them to come and meet other students and how they enrich our culture and how they can meet and know more about our culture as well. So it would be sharing ideas, customs, beliefs.
The Office of Global Engagement will continue to expand over the years, and they continue to encourage students to engage in cultures that are found right here at UTRGV. In Brownsville, Stephen Cavazos, UTRGV TV.
A mural in McAllen is changing the way some people see one clinic. Karen de los Reyes has the story.
Here at Whole Women's Health in McAllen, many patients are treated each year. A local artist has made it her mission to bring awareness as to why this clinic is important to residents in the Rio Grande Valley. In 2013, the clinic closed down because it didn't meet hospital admitting privileges required by law. Almost a year later, the clinic resumed services. Gabriel Martinez offered a perspective on why clinics in the state of Texas are being shut down.
Well, when clinics shut down, especially those that are government funded, that can be through a variety of sources. It could be the lack of funding or the legislator simply not allocating funds to these clinics, just like they can't allocate funds, say, to an education program or anything else. So I think that comes down to just money allocation through the state legislator.
Although the clinic has seen its share of protesters and personal attacks against staff and patients, the event was held to dedicate the mural to the women of the Rio Grande Valley.
La lucha, la entrega, hoy reinventamos lo que seremos mañana.
Local artist Corina Carmona painted the mural to shed light on women's reproductive rights.
A lot of people feel that it gives them validation. It's telling a story, and for some people, that's their story, and that's pretty much the message. There's that message in the artwork, where each woman is holding a light that's emanating from their palms.
The mural took over 5 months to complete, but as you saw, Corina believes it will generate more positivity for the clinic here in the Valley and create a welcoming environment for patients. In McAllen, Karen de los Reyes, UTRGV TV.
And now we'll be passing you to Daniel Gavan, who has the latest in UTRGV athletics. So Daniel, what's new?
Not much. I think there's going to be a Super Bowl next week, but I'll preview that next week. But this week here at UTRGV, it's been very eventful, especially with the women's basketball team. They had a great homestand that ended with a heartbreaking loss, and I'll dig into that with some highlights. But first, I have a question for you. What do pandas, what does BB-8 from Star Wars. What does comedian Matt Damon and Donald Trump have in common? I have no idea, but I was told if I mentioned Trump, my ratings would increase. So I did that, and also to make sure that Donald Trump won't be here, I'm also supposed to say Megyn Kelly. On to the highlights. First, we'll start with the UTRGV women's basketball team's big win at the UTRGV Fieldhouse. They played CSU Bakersfield and won the game 60-46. The Vaqueros won the game thanks to scoring from Shantae Goff. Here's Shantae Goff grabbing a steal and pulling up for a jumper. It was a great play by her. But here's Goff having a tremendous game. She had 19 points. Here's her picking up one of her 12 boards. And to go along with the rebound, she also had 4 assists. And Goff has been an absolute star for UTRGV this season. Here's 2 girls randomly dancing because at UTRGV games you kind of just do that. Moving on to Hildur Jartensdottir. Try spelling that. She had 16 points. Here's her grabbing a rebound. Here's her being an awesome wall. She's been one of the other key figures for this team, and she made a big impact in the 14-point win. Anushka Maldonado posting up and putting it in the bucket. She provided help on the boards, the 11 rebounds, and Anushka Maldonado also had 8 points. This is a pure hustle play by number 24, Raquel Preston, diving on the floor and grabbing the ball. And in conclusion, UTRGV beat CSU Bakersfield 60-46. Moving on to the game against Seattle U. This was on Saturday, and it was tough to watch, but it was great to see UTRGV fight hard. They lost by 3 points. They lost 71-74. And I'm going to take you to the closing sequence of this game. It was incredibly dramatic. Down by 8 points with less than 2 minutes to go, Nichelle Hyman hits a jumper. That was followed up by a missed three-pointer by Seattle U. And Shantae Goff drives to the hoop, gets fouled, and is able to put together 2 free throws. And once she gets to the line, she converts on the first and second free throw. Here's Goff on the second free throw. Another layup by Goff to bring it closer. A Goff three-pointer. And to make it crazy enough, Edel Turk gets the steal, drives in for 2, and ties the game. But to close out the game, Seattle U did hit the three-pointer. That was their player Delaney Perry, giving them the 74-71 win. It was a tough loss for UTRGV, but I must say it was impressive just being there. And I think I speak for everybody at that UTRGV Fieldhouse, watching them battle and fight in spite of being down by 8 points with very little time to go was inspiring. And you can check them out actually this Saturday at 7 o'clock. They're going to play New Mexico State and one of the biggest games of the year. Come watch them play because it's been a pleasure to watch this team, and it's great to have them representing our university. And to close things out, a recap on what the men's basketball team did this past week. They had a very tough road trip against CSU, Bakersfield, and Seattle U with double-digit losses to both teams. But Dakota Slaughter did average 13 points on that road trip, and Shaq Hines averaged 12. As the women's team plays New Mexico State here on Saturday, the men's will travel all the way to Las Cruces and take on Pasco Siakam, 7'3" Tanvir Bular at New Mexico State away. And so a good luck to them. That will offer an opportunity to rebound. And like I said, if you're in the Edinburgh area, come by the UTRG Fieldhouse 7 o'clock on Saturday and watch the women's basketball team play one of the biggest games of the year. That's it for me. In the meantime, I'll be listening to the Ballad of Gregorio Cortez. Back to you, Casey.
That's all we have for you today. But remember, if you have a story you'd like for us to know about, you can find us on Facebook. Just search UTRGV TV, or you can email us at utrgv@gmail.com. Also, make sure to watch the UTRGV Spanish Newscast with Benny Montecinos. That is all for today. I'll see you next time.